Hello everyone, I'm Zishan Shah and welcome to Zinteractive. There will be time in 3D Studio Max that you want to punch holes inside your 3D models or trim them. So this is the point where Boolean operation comes in. So in this lesson 12, we will learn how to use Boolean operation. So let's punch some holes, trim some 3D models in lesson 12.
How do you put this inside the door?
By using Boolean, A for the door and B for the rod. A minus B.
Let's go through the compound objects. Okay. Now what is compound objects? Compound objects is basically based on mathematical term of sets. So if you have taken your maths classes when you were a kid, or maybe if you're still taking the maths classes, you might have gone through the sets. Okay. If this thing rings a bell, so I hope you understand how it works. We have different kind of sets. Okay, we have a union of sets, intersections of set, then we have complement of set, then we have symmetric difference of set. Okay, now what is A union B? The set which is A and B, we write them together. Okay, whatever is in A and whatever is in B, we write them together, and we don't write the one which are identical twice. If there is 4 here and 4 here, we will not write 4 together 2 times, we will write the 4 one time. In intersection, we will write only those if A have 1 2 3, B have 1 2 4, so we will only write 1 2 because 1 2 here is same as 1 2 here and both are intersecting, both are same, so we will write 1 2, only the one which is repeating. So 3 is here but 3 is not here. Here we have 4, so we will not write 3 or 4. Okay, but we will do the opposite and A difference B. This is not A difference B, this is symmetric difference of sets, but we have A difference B, and A difference B we will not write the one which are intersecting, but we will write those which are not common. Okay, so let's see how it works in the 3D Studio Max. Okay, so first let's see what is A union B. So first of all, I will make A, which is this, okay, and then I will make B, which is this, and then I will put both of them together like this. So you can see from here. Okay, let me move the base pivot to top and move it a little bit up. Now here you can see that they both are different objects. This is different, this is different. Okay, how I know? Because you can see that when they are going through each other, there is like a separate wireframe for the sphere and separate wireframe for the box. Now if I will do A union B, so what will happen? They both will be united, removing the part which is repeating, the intersecting part, which is the intersecting part, this part here for the sphere and this part here for the square. So this part will be removed and the shape will be like this. Okay, so this is A. I will select the A. I will go in my create mode. In the standard primitives option that we see here, this is the list of create. I will go to the compound objects where you can find the loft. If you remember, we used to see loft over here. Okay, and here we have Boolean. We have pro Boolean also, but the Boolean is much more better because you have more options here. So if I'll click on Boolean, okay, now the one which is added right now is box 1, which already we have selected. Here you can see that. Now I want to apply union operation on it. So here is the union operation. Okay, so if I have already selected the union operation, because automatically the union is selected, what you need to do is that you have to search for the operand B right now. So this is A and this is B. So A is already selected and there is a union. We know already union is going to be applied, but we have to add this one, which is B. So what I will do is that I will click on add operands and click here. You can add more than one, but I have only sphere, so I will click on sphere. As soon as I will click, you will notice that the part which was intersecting, which was repeating, is now gone. And what happened here is that this has become one object. Okay. Now still I can go and fix the sphere, but as soon as I will go here, okay, I can make it bigger or smaller, and you can see that how it is working on here. Okay. And if I will go back to the Boolean and click on the box, okay, I can go still on the box and I can make it bigger or smaller, so you can still do the changes here. Okay. So how do I know that it's a one single object, okay, rather than two different objects and grouped together? Okay, if I right click here, okay, and then convert to editable polygon, or select the edit poly from here and go to element. If you remember, what does the element do? It selects, it gives you a capability of selecting two different like objects which are joined together. So if I click here, it should help me to select this one separately, this one separately. But if I click on here, it selects the whole thing, because it's counting the whole thing as a single object. Okay, so that's how now I know this is a one single object. So let's do one thing, because already I have applied union here. Let me delete and let's create other here for some other options. Okay, so I will create one sphere here, and then I will press shift key and select one more here. Okay, I will just copy both of them, and let's select this one. Now I will go back here, compound objects, Boolean. Already sphere 2 is selected. Now this is my operand A. Now let's see intersect. Now what does the intersect as do? Intersect will leave the area which is not intersecting, which is not overlapping. So these outer part are not overlapping. The only overlapping part is the inside part. So what it will do is that it will only keep the overlapping part, and the non-overlapping part will be gone. So I will click on the intersect, so it will be activated. Now I can go to the add operands and select my operand B. And as soon as I will select, you can see only thing that is left on my screen is this. Clear? Now what if I want to apply another one? On the same I can apply, like for example, if I will go here in my standard primitive, I will take a cylinder and make a cylinder through it. Okay, let me reduce the radius of it and put somewhere here. Now I want to make a hole with this cylinder inside this intersected object. So what I will do is that I will select this intersection object, the one that we got the last result. Okay, go back to the Boolean. Okay, and then what I can do here is that I can select subtract. Okay, and then add operands, and I will choose the cylinder. Now as cylinder is passing through this intersecting object, our last result, the subtraction will subtract this cylinder from this part. Okay, so you can see that from here it is passing through from here. So this will create a hole if I will press subtract, add operands, and then click the cylinder. As soon as I will click on the cylinder, you will see that there is a hole inside it. This is how you can make a hole. Okay, there are a couple of different ways to make hole here. One is this one. So if I will undo this, okay, and remove this cylinder, now I don't want 100% hole. I want a slight cutout, not a hole, basically like a cutout. So what I will do is that I will make a small sphere here, move it a little bit on here. Okay, let me rotate this so that it can have a nice topology when I'm subtracting. Okay, so I will move it inside, but not go, I don't want it to go through it, a little bit inside. Okay, so just notice that it's not passing through like the cylinder. It is kind of overlapping this part, this part. So what will happen is that it will make a hole through the intersecting result as this overlapping part. Now if I will select this, go to compound objects, Boolean, subtract, add operand, and select this sphere, so you can see that the part which was overlapping is now subtracted from this. So I have this kind of a similar result. Okay. Now let's see other parts here instead of subtraction. Let's see merge, what merge do. So if I click on merge and add operand already selected and click here, what it will do is that unlike union, it will keep this overlapping part. Okay, which is basically like union, but at least I have this part, so maybe I can do some kind of changes later on. Okay, now let me undo this. And let's check what is attached. So if I will click on attach, and if I will take the add operand and click on it, okay, you will see it's the same thing that happened with the our like merge or union, but the thing is that they are different element. So if I right click here, convert to edible polygon, and then go to the element option, so I will be able to select both of them separately. So this will not create it as a one group of objects, just like what it did in the union. Okay, so let me undo this. Okay, so now I hope you have understood about the Boolean operation here. So you can create a very interesting shapes out of this. So the most important one that you will be using is the union, intersect, and subtract. Okay, these are not used a lot. Okay, basically if you're creating a STL file for 3D printing, then you might use these. Okay, so this is how it will work. Now let me undo this, what we have done before, and let's see what is one more thing here. Okay, now sometimes what happens is that you don't want to remove that part, but you want an imprint of that part here. Okay, like I want this polygon part here. Okay, how it works is that, suppose I will take this one and go to subtract, and then add operand and click over here. So it will be subtracted from here. Okay, but what if I don't want a subtraction here? I only want an imprint of that subtracting part. For example, if I click on the imprint, okay, let me turn on my edge faces here. You can see that there is no subtraction here. Only what is there is this part, okay, with a new polygon here. Okay, so if you want to create imprints, you can do that. It's basically like projecting your like a prints over here. So that can be also done using the Boolean operation. Then you can convert this to an editable polygon and you can work with it. Or instead of imprint, you can do cookie. Okay, what does the cookie do? It will only create a hole, which you can, do whatever operation you want after that one. Okay, so for example, if I click here, convert to editable poly, okay, now what I have here is this polygon. Okay, so I can click here, okay, all these. Now I have option to extrude it, okay, the way I want it, inwards or outward, okay, and whatever I want to do that. Any kind of shape you want to create, you can do that. Also, you can apply turbo smooth on it in the end. It will give you quite interesting results sometimes. Okay, so you will have these kind of results, but as you know that they were not supporting lines over here. That's why I have it. So what I can do is simple as that. Instead of directly applying that, I can select all these edges and I can apply like a connect or like a two different loops here. Okay, edge loops here. closer to here, so that if I will apply turbo smooth, so the part will not get messed up like it happened before. Okay, so that's how you can like create different kind of objects here. So now you can see it's much more better. Okay, let me turn off this. You can turn on more iteration if you want. So get a smoother result. So this is how you can create a lot of different objects. Okay, with the cleaner geometry you need more edge loops on the right side, just like what I did here, but still here you need more, so you will not have these jagged line or something like that. Okay, but if you want an imperfect result which is in this way, so I think it's fine. So I hope you have understood about the like Boolean operation. It's very interesting, very useful, and especially when you're doing 3D printing, so it will be used a lot. Okay, on also in your architecture modeling it is used. So if you have liked this tutorial, please click on the like button, and also please subscribe to my channel if it's not subscribed yet. Click on the bell icon so you can get more and more notifications, and please support me by watching all my videos online and giving me enough watch time hours. This will motivate me to create more and more tutorials. A lot of new concepts, new tutorials will be coming up soon. Very interesting stuff. So guys, I really thank you for all your support, and take care, and see you in the next lesson.